Rafael Monzano to show how desirable and undesirable can be. Larry Guy with something new for teens to do instead of petting. And Happy Kind and the Mirth Makers. And me, I'm Jerry Hubbard. And now here's your host and mine, Mr. Barth Kimball.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, everybody. Wow. Thank you so much. Good evening, and welcome to another evening of entertainment and just plain fun here on Fernwood Tonight. Nothing wrong with fun, and as a matter of fact, I've even noticed some people in the studio audience giggling at some of our guests. That's okay. And before we start out here tonight, I'd just like to find out really what's so funny. Okay? By that I mean what's so funny to you, because there's all sorts of humor, and we'd like to peg this evening's show to your particular taste, especially you people here in the studio. I myself, personally, I like more intelligent kind of humor, the witty story, the bon mot, that kind of thing. But others prefer that stupid kind of mind in the gutter joke that the construction workers tell each other during their lunch. To me, both are valid, and to make this a better show for all of us, I'd like to find out which of the two kinds of test jokes really tickles your funny bone, okay? This first is a wonderful story. I heard this the other day down at the library. One of the friends of mine down there I see. It seems that Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great poet and writer, and Henry David Thoreau, the great naturalist and writer, were very good friends, you know. And once when Thoreau was put in jail for an act of civil disobedience, I guess we all know about it. Anyway, Emerson went down to the jail to see him. And Emerson was, sort of impatient with his friend for being so stubborn. He said, "Henry, what are you doing in here?" And Thoreau just looked straight through the bars at him and says, "Well, Ralph, what are you doing out there?" See? It was funnier in the library. Maybe it's one of those jokes that needs to be whispered. Anyway, all right, that's joke number one, and we'll try to balance that, see where you people are at. I'll give you joke number two. These two fat going to a pastry. And one of them said, just eating a whole can of Okay, I think I have a pretty good idea where you're at. And in keeping with your sense of humor, I'd like to bring on Mr. Jerry Hubbard, my... As a punchline, let's bring over Happy Kind, our band leader. Really surprised me there.
Yeah, I've got to ask, what was Emerson doing outside of the prison there? Or had you better wait and tell me that?
I don't think I can tell that one on the air. Yeah. We're kicking the show off tonight with kind of a special number, aren't we, Happen? You know all about it.
That's right. It's kind of a nostalgia type of number. You know, our guitarist, Tommy Marinucci, he wrote it.
Really?
Yes, he wrote it. It's a salute to the great old songs of the 50s.
Yeah, there were, what, 1, 2, maybe?
Oh, there were more than that.
You know, you hear, pardon me for interrupting, you hear so much about nostalgia. Nostalgia this and nostalgia that. I don't understand this. When I was a kid, people didn't talk about nostalgia. Gee, those were the good old days, you know. People didn't worry about nostalgia. Today, everyone's looking back. Yeah. I miss those old days.
Yeah, I think we all do, Jerry.
I'm sorry to interrupt. You were saying the 50s?
What Tommy has done, he has combined the 50s and the 70s in this one song.
About the 120s, or?
Down to the 60s.
I did that all in my head, too, Jerry. You should try that. Well, it's a great idea, Hap. And what's the name of the song?
Skateboard Angel. Well, I have to tell you about this department of special effects here at the station. They have come up and cooked up one of the most marvelous special effects for this number you ever saw, and I'll leave.
He did? That's great. It's a great department we have here, and we all like him. Right now, Happy Kind with Tommy Marinucci, and Frankie's going to help out, too. Isn't that great? We got such a wonderful band here. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, Happy Kind and the Mirth Makers, the vocal stylings of Tommy Marinucci, and a song of his own composing entitled Skateboard Angel.
Skateboard Angel, oh, I love you so. Skateboard Angel.
As you wheel him down the street, you never thought you'd ever meet.
give my message to that skateboard angel of mine in the sky. Tell her that I love her, and I'm sad we had to part. But tell her that I always carry one of her wheels close to my heart. The skateboard angel, now you know she's riding in the sky. The skateboard angel, I don't want to say goodbye.
We'll be right back after these words, okay? Don't go.
Skateboard angel.
Thank you, Happy. And nice try with that tune before, okay? You know, they say a man's home is his castle. And the way the property taxes have been going up, it might as well be. I don't know about yours, but we have with us tonight a man who sympathizes with homeowners all over America. In fact, he's started a service that he thinks will go probably a long way towards alleviating the proper tax problem. That means taking it away. Okay, alleviating. Would you please welcome Mr. Rafael Manzano? Anyone ever tell you you look a lot like Perry Como? Kind of interesting, isn't it? Mr. Manzano, just what is the service that you're offering?
Well, Barth, property values are always a direct reflection of the ethnic breakdown of a given area.
Sure.
If you're living in a strictly WASP or white bread area, your taxes would be high.
Right.
But it doesn't take much to make those taxes go down like a shot. In fact, the way my company began is a clear, simple case of this.
Great.
Okay?
Okay.
I used to be a part-time school teacher.
Okay, was that shop?
No, English.
Wood or metal?
No, English. One day, the tax assessor shows up at the house that I was tutoring in. Well, me and the maid, Ruby, happened to be sitting at the kitchen table eating our lunch. Okay? When the tax assessor saw a black and a Puerto Rican eating at the table instead of in the laundry room or out in the garage, he immediately assumed it was our house. Not only the owner's house, the owner's taxes go down 50%, so did all his neighbors' taxes. That was the day I got my idea for minority rentals.
Well, that is fantastic. So, basically, Mr. Manzano, you are renting ethnic types to areas that want to keep their property taxes at a minimum. Is that it?
Yes. Here's the complete minority rentals illustrated catalog. It comes
complete. Look at that.
It comes with price lists and everything.
Really, this is incredible. We're all eyes.
Or eyes in the Espanol sense.
Just take your own Fernwood, for example. Okay? It's 100% homogenized, lily white, wasp from one end of town to the other.
Sure.
And proud of it, too.
We have members of several minority races ready to move right in and bring down your property value. Blacks, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and for some emergency cases, we even have Pakistans.
Pakistans. Oh, yes. Oh, good. Very good. Yes. Now, don't kill that cow. Oh, no. Thank you very much.
Part Canadian. Mr. Manzano, just what do these people do when they infest, if that's the right word, infest a certain area?
Well, Barth, in real life, many of these people are college graduates or are having difficulty finding employment. However, when these people come to town, they'll be trained to do exactly what's expected of them. I mean, take the Puerto Ricans, for instance.
No, I'm kidding.
Just wait. They're going to come 12 to a car with the muffler dragging on the ground. The men will each have transistor radios guaranteed to play salsa music at the highest possible volume, and the women and children will scream at each other and throw garbage in the street.
Once these property taxes come down to these, Do these caballeros move on, or do they send for hundreds of relatives and amigos?
No, I mean, they repair all damage to the property, take the car off the concrete blocks, and drive away.
What happens, let's say, if by some miracle or fluke of fate, a town doesn't really mind a flock of Puerto Ricans moving into their neighborhood? I mean, is that the right term? Flock of Puerto Ricans?
I think it's a pack of Puerto Ricans. Let's see, a bunch of blacks, a hunk of Hebrews, a covey of Krauts, a gaggle of guineas. We have them listed here someplace.
Look, anyway, it's no problem. It's no problem.
Good.
If the Puerto Ricans can't scare them off, we have a group of hat-dancing Mexican revolutionaries.
Oh, boy.
We have some very short, quick-moving Chinese who scurry around going ching-chong, ching-chong.
Mr. Manzano, I hope your business will remain successful. I think it probably will.
I'm sure it will, as long as prejudice and stereotyping are able to thrive in this great country of ours.
Well, you can count on me for my cooperation, and I'm too, am I right?
Yes, I'm sure of that. Thank you very much, Mr. Manzano. I'm glad to, sure we'll be glad to see you and your people at tax time, and probably not a moment sooner. I like that salsa music anyway. It's quite good. We'll be right back after these words. Very interesting. We're going to try to lower our own taxes here on the show right now by bringing out a guest. One of Fernwood's loudest celebrities is back with us tonight. Our favorite disc jockey. It's the man with the sound that's the baddest in town.
And he dresses like a clown.
Here's Larry Guy.
Fantastic.
Don't burn the couch.
What? Wow. Hey, can I say one thing? First of all, it's super to be back on the show. Oh, pardon the glasses. Boy, you TV guys have to put up with the glare here, don't you? Tommy, that's fantastic. Have you guys got that on tape, that song you did? Yes. Okay, send it over. I'll turn it into solid gold. That's a promise. Okay? Fantastic.
What a liar. Well, you did it again, didn't you? What an outfit.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, listen, I should point out that
my cross between Daniel Boone and Desi Arnaz.
Well, actually, let me tell you something. I get all of my duds from Phil's Fashion Funwear, you know, where our middle name is polyester. You like them?
Yeah, sort of.
You sure it's not Phil's Fashion Fun House? Back to you, Lair.
I'm pretty sure about that. Back to you, announcer guy.
You super sure? Back to you, Lair.
Okay. Absolutely, positively. I'm sorry.
Can we get back to whatever quasi-interesting subject was on your alleged...
Okay, is it back to me now? Is that the idea?
Back to you.
It's back to you.
I had it. He took it. Now it's yours.
Okay, fine. What is on my alleged mind today is something that I think is very, 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 very important. And, you know, this is not a hype. A lot of people say, hey, what are you doing out there? You trying to get payola or something, you know, and I'm not involved in that.
Good, you're not taking
No, as far as I'm concerned, that's a Spanish word. Payola. There's a little joke there for you.
That's a good joke. Did you hear the one about Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau? They had locked the...
I wrote that down. I'm going to use that tomorrow on the show. Is that okay with you?
I didn't know whether you heard it back there. I think it's funny.
Well, listen, you've asked me a boss question. Why am I here? And I need to give you a boss answer, because let's face it, you're the boss, okay? Okay. I'm here to tell you about the first annual Larry Guy Tri-County Teen Fair. Okay?
Okay.
All right, now here, we're going to give the teenagers a chance to, well, discuss and to demonstrate their deepest, darkest, and most serious problems without losing any dance time. Back to you, Bart.
Wait, could it be back to me for a minute?
No, Jerry, it's my turn.
Okay, back to you then.
Okay. Back to you, Larry.
Well, all right. Sometimes, you know, what we do in radio is we point to make sure we know who we're talking to.
Okay.
There you go.
Of course, it's not polite on television.
No. But listen, I want to get sincere here because, I mean, after all, I never lie, I'd rather die.
Okay.
Let's take it from the heart, because I think that's a good place to start. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm really a sincere person, and I forget what it is I was sincere about. What was the question again?
Sincere about.
Larry, why don't you tell us about this? I think it was a teen fair.
Oh, right. And at the teen fair, parents can learn firsthand how their kids feel about the problems of the world. For instance, we'll have the World Hunger Booth, where Fernwood kids will show us how they feel about starvation.
Great.
They're going to be doing it by preparing kinds of food that the rest of the world can't afford.
Hey.
Margot, all sorts of luscious things. And then we're going to finish it off with a brown rice eating contest.
It's great, Larry. What else are we going to be subjected to at this teen fair? Our teen fair seems to be more like a review.
Well, no, that's not true. Actually, we're going to have a lot of things. There'll be gobs and gobs of goodies, Bart. There'll be a disarmament debate. And the winner, this is kind of cute, I think, the winner of the disarmament debate is going to win a gigantic atomic bomb made of chocolate with a little red British warhead and a surprise inside.
You can't tell us a surprise.
No.
Wouldn't be a surprise.
No, it wouldn't. No.
Sounds like a killer idea to me. I'd ask you where the teen fair is going to be held, but I think we ought to maybe spare the audience the trouble of writing it down and then tearing it up and wasting the paper and everything in terms of energy. But it just occurred to me that most of our audience never really have a chance to see you in person. Here, he's a radio voice, probably the voice of Fernwood, if I can go so far as to say that. Why
Son
not?
of a gun, why not?
Hey, son of a gun, I did.
Yeah, that's the simplest I did.
Yeah, this is Phil's Fashion Fun.
That's fine,
Yes,
fine.
Cheap, free. Phil and I have quite a deal. I mentioned, he asked me occasionally if I would mention Phil's Fashion Funwear on the air. I can't do that.
No.
So at any rate, but maybe the people here might want to ask you a few questions face to face, some of the people in our studio audience. Would that be all right with you?
It's fine with me, far ahead. Okay, anybody got any questions? I'm all eyes, ears, nose, and mouth.
Well, why don't we send somebody out in the audience here who's mostly just mouth, and you can take it.
Yeah, let me put one foot into it and get out there and see if we get some questions.
Okay, great.
Well, let's see who has a question for our own Larry Guy. Any, yes.
Larry, you look very tall to me on TV. Most jockeys I've seen are very short.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, I'm fine. Okay. Well, you see, the reason that is because most people have this image of the disc jockey sitting down behind the turntables, I think is what it is. Actually, we're just as tall as regular people.
See another question back here.
Yes, what's your sign, and do you sleep in the nude?
Whoa, what's your sign, and do you sleep in the nude? Oh, natural. That is natural for you, Larry.
You bet it is. On the old satin sheets, as a matter of fact. Yes, the answer to that is Taurus, yes, and I have a question for you. Could I have your name and number?
Whoa. Let's hold that to after the show. Any more questions? Yes. What is the question? Oh.
What in the world?
That's very nice of you to ask. I don't know why I'm not, but Barth Gimbel is, and I think he's doing a heck of a job. If there's no more questions in, I think we'll go back up to Larry Guy. All right.
You're beautiful. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk to all of you here tonight, but I guess the other two will just come back another night and we can talk to them next. Larry, it's been wonderful chatting with you.
Hasn't it?
I think so, and they got a chance to chat with you. Now you know how good it makes us feel to be able to talk to him just as long as we want. I'm done. We'll be right back after these words. We're back. Larry, that was a lot of fun.
They were beautiful. Thank you very much.
Really terrific people out there. You know, not to take up your time, but I do have one question I'd like to ask you since we're both in the media here.
Yeah.
And something I've always wondered, especially in terms of manufacturing. And what is the difference between a 33 and a third and a 78?
That's one I think I can field. It's 44 and 2/3. You mean the speed of the regular? I love that laugh. The last time you were on, you told me how you did that. I've been practicing. You just use your stomach muscles, huh?
Now you're forcing.
Oh, damn it. I can't Get it.
Well, don't think funny. Just think about laughing.
Oh, hell, it depresses me. I'll work on it. I can never do it like you.
No.
Stop by the school.
Okay.
He's the best.
Oh,
and we
wow.
thank you so much for being here tonight. It was wonderful, as always, Larry, seeing you.
You're the boss.
Okay. Really, best of luck moving into our neighborhoods, etc. And it's nice. There goes Raphael, and there goes the neighborhood. I think we're going to be saying it everywhere.
I'd shake hands with you too, Larry, but I think we're a little short of time.
I can't stand it.
When I start to do that, I start to really laugh at it.
No.
All right.